Welcome back from this break. And if you just tuned in, this is the This Generation TV show where we educate, inform, and entertain. And now to the moment we've all been waiting for, the 10 of the Gene Talk segments, brought to you by myself, the girl with all the gist. And our topic for today is children and their visions for the future. One would ask, what is vision? My opinion of vision is the ability to plan for the future with either wisdom or imagination, or an experience of seeing someone or something in a vivid mental picture, especially a fanciful one of the future. So, Annabelle, what do you understand by vision?
To my understanding, when we talk about a vision is your foresight for a dream you aspire for or a goal you have in mind, not purposely to be achieved today, but something you have in mind for tomorrow.
Do children have visions for the future?
Of course, yes. Every child needs to have a vision because if you fail to plan, then you are obviously planning to fail. So you've got to have something you are looking up to, something that motivates you to become. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Christine, as children, do you think it is important to have visions for the future? If yes, then why?
I think it is very, very important for children to have visions for the future. Because if a child doesn't plan what they want to do in the future, they will just grow up to increase their country's population and do nothing. But if they have a plan, they know where they want to go, they know why they want to go there, and they know how it will benefit everybody else. So yes, it's very important to have visions as children.
Okay, I can see a lot of synergy running through all that has been said. So, Annabelle, what is the purpose for a vision?
Okay, so when we take a vision grants you motivation to something you aspire for. Maybe my vision is to see myself as a universal graduate. So whenever I'm left alone, I have that thought in me that no matter what comes, I need to achieve that goal. And it also supports you during your leisure, like you spend majority of all your time pursuing that goal. So I think that's why you all need to have a vision.
Thank you very much. What should we do as children to ensure we achieve our visions?
First of all, it's very important to remind yourself of what you want to do, what your vision is. Some people just write it down on papers and before you realize it's in the garbage can. But if you keep reminding yourself that this is what I want to do, like Annabelle said, that to be a university graduate. So you keep reminding yourself that I want to finish university. I want to get the degree. I want to get the bachelor's degree and all those things. You continue to remind yourself that and you continue to do well. And I also think it's very important to encourage yourself and to shut down any negative thought about what you want to do. Because some people will be like, are you serious? That can't be a vision. You can't do this, you can't do that. And people to put it in their head that I can't do it's impossible, this is something that can't be done. So you just throw away what you want to do for what everybody else thinks you should do. So we should keep encouraging ourselves and we should keep reminding ourselves of what we want to actually achieve.
Okay, you mentioned something about reminding ourselves of our visions. So, in what ways and how can we remind ourselves of our visions?
A lot like to research about what they want to do. I myself, I like to research because I want to do politics. So I like reading books of old politicians and things like that to keep reminding myself that this is what I want to do or this is how I want to do it. So if you keep saying it to yourself every day that I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, whatever anybody says to you doesn't matter because it's just one person. If it's in your head, it will be a giant multitude. But if you say, I depend on what the world says, I don't have to remind myself, somebody remind me, then you're going to sit down and do nothing for the rest of your life. But if you continue to encourage yourself, you keep saying that I can do it by myself, I can do it, I need help, I will accept what comes, then you are really going to move forward. So you have to continue saying it to yourself. Some people like to repeat it, some people they say it as a quote every morning, like the Lord's Prayer. Some people say every morning without forgetting. So if you say, okay, by the time I'm done saying the Lord's Prayer, then I'll also add, God, help me achieve my dream for the future. Help me be this in future. You continue saying it, you continue saying it. Before you realize, you look back and say, I used to say that I want to do this when I was very little. Now look at me now, I've already achieved it. So yeah, that's one way of encouraging yourself and continue to remind yourself.
Thank you very much. So, Annabelle, do our parents, teachers, mentors, life coaches, and caregivers play a role in working to achieve our visions as children?
Oh, yes, of course they do. When you have people you look up to, even like the darkest moments in your life, they'll be there for you. See, you can get to a point where you yourself you are going to feel tired of pursuing the vision you have in future, but those that are around you are going to encourage you. They are going to provide that support you need, and sometimes being the support you need, they serve as role models to emulate lifestyles that are worth living for. So if you are surrounded by people who have good influence in your life, they are able to support you in carrying out your visions.
Thank you very much, Annabelle. So, do you have any visions for the future?
Oh, yes, I do.
Can you please share them with us?
Okay, some are personal visions, but some are general public visions that I can share. So, with my public visions, I just want to see a country where there is no corruption and everything is done on a legal basis. Because right now, the only thing that is going on in the country is greed for power and greed for position, more and more corruption. So, like, I vision a future where everything is going to be peaceful. Thank you.
Okay. And you said something about public your general visions and then private visions. Can you give us a brief information about that?
Okay, with my private visions, they are the visions I have for my life. Right now, I am visioning training up to become a prominent personality in the field of the media. Also, I am furthering my education, and very soon, when I'm done with that, I assure myself that I'm going to be beneficial to the country. That is, in serving my mother Ghana.
And the general visions.
With the general one, I just vision a world where children can speak up for themselves, take decisions that are going to affect them, and not about taking their own decisions that they are going to get support from the people who are over them. A field where children won't be like a child won't be vulnerable or won't have to hide in fear of coming out to society.
What are your visions for the future?
I simply envision a world where there's no such thing as girls can't do this and boys can't do that. I want everybody to be equal, everybody to have the same rights, and I want children to be able to be free, because sometimes when it gets close to election year, people are like, don't go out in the dark, don't go out on your own, right? Election year and things like that, because they're afraid for their children, because children aren't safe. I want a country where you can go outside, you can open your door and it's like you're in a movie come true, because there's no worries, everything is safe, everything is child friendly, and everything is legal. There's no such thing as illegal mining and bad water system and bad things and all sorts of things. I just want a happy, peaceful, non-gender biased world, a simple life, something very, very nice.
Okay, I agree on both your visions, but my vision for the future is to become one of the world's best recognized children's author and one prominent person in the field of journalism. My general visions are to help the country become a good and safe country for others and children to live in. Before we end the show, what are your last words for our viewers?
Okay, so to viewers out there who are watching, I want you to know that no one can shun your vision. Your vision is for yourself and for the people you aspire for. So you shouldn't look on what the world says to become what you want to become. You've got to block away every negativity, put in your best, and then let your light shine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What about you?
I want to tell all the viewers out there that set down your goals, write down your visions, continue to encourage yourself, repeat your visions, and don't let anybody at all tell you that you can't do what you want to do. if you set your mind to it, because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any greetings for any loved ones?
Okay, I want to say a shout out to my parents, to my mom especially. Shout out to the whole This Generation team and the media. Shout out to our director, Uncle Bernard. Shout out to all my friends and my teachers. And shout out to lovely viewers who take time to sit down and then watch This Generation show.
Christine.
My brothers and my parents. I'd like to give a shout out to my teachers and friends at school, and a shout out to the crew and our director, and shout out to all the media and all those who are watching. Hi.
We finally come to the end of today's episode of the This Generation TV show, where we've educated, informed, and entertained. To my cherished guests, thank you for being on my show today, and God richly bless you. It's my prayer that all our visions will be fulfilled. To my cherished viewers, you've heard it all from our guests today, and I believe you have visions for the future. If you don't, start creating them now and remember to give yourself that challenge. Then we'll see ourselves in the future when all these visions have been fulfilled. So you will see me next time on your screens. Keep working hard till all your visions have been achieved. Bye bye.